Welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. In the last episode, we bundled around, we found a maze, and I believe Doctor the Evidence. Right, we haven't done that yet, but we did collect a set of teeth. So, yeah, let's see. Barrel of ice cream, that's a lot. Return the wind-up chattering teeth to Dr. Sarah. Right. Let's start by doing that, because that will close out a side quest. Drexelstead, yes. The wind blows an old sheet of paper into your face with a plap. Kind of nostalgic. You peel it off and read it. Izzy, I stashed the meat from the bank job under the old burnt tree. Meet me there Thursday to divvy it up. Don't tell Marv I want to cut that dumb beluga out of the deal. You look around and discover that you're standing next to an old lightning-blasted oak tree with a hole dug next to it. 3 skeletons lying around the hole, with rusted pistols still clenched in their hands. In the hole you find a big burlap sack with a symbol for meat stenciled on the side. Nice. Free stuff is, as they say, free stuff. Is there anything in there? Nope. Alright, where was it that she was at? Nope. I don't think there's anything inside. Oh! Right, well, that's Ike, so we need the milkman. I wonder if I could get that cat to calm down at some point. Oh yeah, that's right. I needed to defeat the giant crow. You know, let's do this, just that. Oh, we are alone in here, that's right. That's not great, but we do have a very powerful mosquito with us. You know what, let's not make it any more complex than it already is. I wouldn't mind getting a large crow as a friend, but this is easier. You won. Let's just hope that no other crows saw that, or you'll be COVID enemy number 1 for current and future generations of them. Right, so we never checked over here to see what was actually here. Ooh, what is that? Massive can of cocktail onions. Immense can of cocktail onions. Okie dokie. Strange. This was just the way back. Well, we needed it to see the milkman. I found a new bow tie. You still don't look at all happy. Well, now that I've got this nice bow tie, it just reminds me of how snappy I used to look before my hat got all dirty. I see. You seem to be able to move in and out of this nightmare labyrinth freely for some reason. Any chance you want to take my hat to be laundered? Sure. Thank you. Please don't show this to anyone else. It's pretty embarrassing to my professional sensibilities. Okie dokie. Well, that was not what we wanted to do, but was this the way? No, that's the Colonel. I don't really think we got anything to do with him. Or maybe we do, but not at the moment. So we'll leave him be. For the moment. This is as far as we can go, so this... it was here. I found some teeth. Clackety clackety clack. Is there anything else I can do for you? You know what would really make this feel like a dentist's office? A popcorn machine. Popcorn always makes me think of a movie theater where my dentist used to operate. Plus, it'll make the cleanings much more interesting. I could look out for a popcorn machine, I guess. Would you mind? Sure. Can you dentist this? Well, that was me hoping that it would be easy, but no, it would not. Is there... Oh. I was about to say, I think we have seen a popcorn machine somewhere, because I'm not about to go out and just search all over the place for it, but turns out I didn't have to. What? Popcorn machine. Can you dentist this for me? Thank you. Right, now what to do with it? Side quests. Drop the books, documents, and evidence into the sewer grating in front of the antique store. That's back in Ocean City. Okay, that's done. Let's see. Qa'Rajh Valley Orchard. That seems to be the next place. Oh, wait, what? What was there was some Maze Valley stuff. Is that just acquiring thing? Ike wants a barrel of ice cream and Stan wants us to clean his hat. Right, so that's not something that we can do right now. Well, right here. What was it? The Qa'Rajh Valley. Yes. The burbling ooze. You notice an especially strong petrochemical smell nestled in between all of the medium-strength petrochemical smells this region is full of. You glance in the direction of the smell and see a big pool of crude oil writhing around and burbling to itself. Later. Ooh. A fretful-looking young lady sits behind a fruit stand. Hi, I'm Maggie. Welcome to Qa'Rajh Valley Orchard, I guess. Hi, I'm Rain. You seem to have a kind of a worm problem. Yeah, I'm pretty conflicted about it. On one hand, I'm an anti-capitalist. On the other hand, these worms are really bad for business. Yeah, that's a tough one. Maggie sighs and taps her fingers on the counter. Do you have any spare fertilizer? What do you need fertilizer for? Well, it's not for me, it's for a guy I know. You don't have to be cagey about it, it's just fertilizer. It's not drugs or pornography or anything. What? No, honestly, it is for someone else. Uh-huh. Well, I do have plenty. I could give you some in exchange for helping out with these worms. Kind of figured that would be the deal, yeah? Great, I'll unlock the basement. The worms tunnel into it, so you should be able to follow the tunnels to their nest. Your produce stand has a basement. It doesn't even have a roof. The guy who built it was really into basements. Roofs, not so much. I didn't have the heart to insist. I see. Where is it? Behind this pile of cinder blocks. Help me move them out of the way so you can see it. By the way, watch out for Maraschino down there. Who's Maraschino? A cat. She's our last line of defense against the worms. Also kind of our first line. Not very effective. It's hard to explain communal labor practices to a cat. Was there anything else? I think there was. Can I buy some cherries? Some cherishing. When's cherishing? Who's to say? What season is it now even? I think canonically October? Definitely not cherry season then. Oh, okay. Yeah, those worms look a little, extra lively. What? Let's avoid a leaf pun here and just head out. Why? Okay, well, seems maybe I can go behind and... No, it doesn't seem like it. Alright, down we go. Well, this is... fertilizer. Is that enough? This machine appears to be missing a part. Self-adhesive rivets and asbestos. Fragrant growth worm secretions. What? Oh, that's bad. I'd need a sink. Hello, worms. That looks like they do cold damage. Was there a point to going in here other than, getting behind some of them? You managed to get past these growth worms. Why? Deploy secretions? Oh! I see. Lubricated in worm goo. So I guess that you can do the goo. I guess that you can do it non-violently here, but I kind of want to fight. Because I ain't getting experience or anything for this. Rocks. Oh, and a very large worm. Who probably won't listen to reason. Oh, geez, this is a very large worm. Even I wasn't expecting it to be this big. Alrighty. Oh, and a hobo to help. That's nice. Okay. Decent amount of... Well, the hobo help won't do much then. Right, well, you, sir, are going to burn. Quite a lot, actually. Because that is by far my best skill. Well, apart from attacking directly, but, you know, that's kind of boring, so... And extra fire, just for the sake of it. Pow! Yeah, you don't look like a Moxie type of thing. Hobo Clopper, OP East House. Well, 18 damage, that's good, because then it's dead. Yep. Worm skin boots. Oh no. Well, it's been a while since we've got new shoes, so I think I know what this one does. Yep. Massive pile of cast off worm skin. Worm pellet? Is that it? Oh, hobo language! Ho, ho! Yes! Pile of silver bars. Whistle for a pretty penny. Cool. I'm not really sure for monetary gains, but I will not complain. Well, I could, but... Can I... Sure, fight. Fine. So I can't fight them from behind, I can only fight them from the front? Okay, well, noted, I guess. But you guys... Oh, you are in the way. Poison. Ah, well, poison disappears, so... not overly concerned. Okay, they have a lot of hit points. What's that? That is a stinky worm. That is a clammy worm and sneaky growed worm. I mean, we can put fire on all of them, which, you know, isn't tactical, but it'll make this go down a bit further. See, you'll get the least amount because, well, I'll basically just kill you. So the fire is 5 for those guys. I deal 24 and fire on 1. Well, which isn't great, but yeah, it'll do. Set all foes on fire by 1. Oh, curing all poison. Yeah, let's deal with that. Pow! That's a goner. And that's a goner too. Right. Let's play more with fire, shall we? Yes, I think we shall. Yeah. Burn the worm. I could kill it, but that one's gonna die when it moves. You won't die from... Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. The fire is useful, but... And death. And... Oh yeah, healing. That's... And there we go. So it would have been decently tough fights. I don't know why Gabby is only with us for part of the fights. Let's see. Oh, hello. Try to pet her. You reach out to pet Maraschino, but she wrinkles her nose and recoils. She must not like the horrible worm stench you've acquired. Right. I don't have a gear still. Maggie smiles and taps her fingers rhythmically on the couches. Deal with the worms. And now just help yourself to some fertilizer down there if you didn't already. Ooh. Here, let me throw in a little bonus. We experimented with preserving our cherries in jars, but nobody bought them. Probably because nobody wanted 5 gallons of them all at once. Oh, maraschino cherries. Yeah, we named them after the cat. Right, you know, it's a little weird how we got through this whole deal without referring to The Cherry Orchard by Anton Chekhov. Yeah, I guess I never read it though. Yeah, me neither. Can I buy some cherries? It's not cherry season. Oh, damn biscuit! Right, okay. So, well, that was done with. That was quick. Well, more things for Ocean City. Started at roughly 8 hours, so we'll go like half an hour, just for the sake of my own timekeeping. Burbling Ooze, Ford Company, Mole Rush Place. I believe we got that one way back, so let's start with that. Random encounter. You hear a sizzling sound coming from a nearby ditch and find a very angry rock stewing in about 6 inches of brackish water. You explain to the rock that whatever it's mad about, it won't last forever. It visibly calms down and you collect some of the excess heat it sloughs off as it does. Phlogistic resin. Nice. That's probably going to be useful. Probably. A stargazer. Oh, mail! A notice of repossession from a bank. They've apparently already taken the mailbox. Ha. Alright, what's all this stuff? As you head back to the backyard, you hear a voice from behind you. Stop there! It's off limits to civilians. Oh, well. Fine, then! A worried man, an astronomer perhaps, stands beside a weird telescope. Hello! Best not tarry here, civilian, if you care for your safety. Before you lies a horror house. Civilian? Well, I don't take you for a surveyor. What's a horror house? A surveyor's term, forgive me. A horror house is like a haunted house, only it's real. A haunted house is real. In my life, I've never surveyed one. You just have to trust me on this one. What makes this a horror house? A house that here belongs to a farming family, the Molleros clan. I should say belonged, because they vanished. I should also have said doesn't belong, because that house belongs to the bank. I speak of Jessup and Paddington National, who've commissioned me to assess the value of the house for its resale at auction. What's the problem with this house? I'd say the problems with this house began when a meteor from outer space smashed through the roof. I can see that might be an issue, sure. 3 months later, the Molleros clan fled. Oops, sorry about that. Forgot to turn my backup telephone on mute. Which it otherwise is when I'm recording, but I forgot it now. 3 months later, the Molleros clan fled by night and, I presume, by car. They ran off with no regard for their mortgage. Can you imagine? It's so heartless to care so little for the bank's bottom line like that. Uh-huh. I was thus sent to assess the value of the Molleros property for the bank, only I'm spooked. What's stopping you from surveying the house? He shudders. Listen, I entered the Surveyor's Seminary to avoid horrors of war. And here they are right on my doorstep, which is that literal doorstep. I surveyed every state of this great land, and I've never seen things so frightening and mixed up as the abnormalities in that house. I can make no sense of it. What abnormalities? Just, things. Mixed up things. Can you be more specific? No, I don't know how to describe it. Why don't I take a look? I don't think you have the eyes of a surveyor. No, but on the other hand, I'm not too scared to go into a house. I guess it wouldn't do any harm to me. Here's what I'll do. I'll give you the house key, and if somehow you can fix whatever's going on enough for me to carry out my work, you can have 10% of whatever my valuation happens to be. Fair? How much are we talking? What do you mean? How much is a house worth? Well, why don't you tell me how much you think a house is worth, and we'll go from there. Well, let's be reasonable about this, because we could easily say 1 million meat. So we're in New England, somewhere in New England, in the late 1920s, I think. And most of the area around is basically wasteland, so 50,000 meat. Dear Lord, man, never pay 50,000 anything for a house. Now, if I'm right, this house is worth 5,000 meat, which will be a fee of 500 for you. What do you say? Sure, I'll take a look. Molleros key. What do you think happened to the Molleros family? That's not for me to survey. Between you and me, this Theodolite, something strange must have transpired. Well, this was a highly profitable farm. What kind of name is Molorus? I think it's foreign. What country? I don't know, I haven't surveyed abroad. How did the Moros family vanish? I can't say. I wasn't there to survey it. Do you know Oskaloosa Barnhill? No, I don't believe I've surveyed her. Sounds like a fun time. Well, bye. Survey you soon. Alright. Well. The proverbial noodle in a haystack. Ha ha. Alright. You unlock the door and toss the key back to the surveyor. Oh! That music! Well, while you're not supposed to cry over spilled milk, spilled chowder is another thing entirely. Hey! That's a big old piece of corn. Gallon jug of bitters. That's quite a lot, isn't it? Well then, okay, one to avoid. So this door is fine. I really didn't want to go into... And which are you? The chessboard itself. Oh. The game nears its end, but it's not over, and the fate of every chessboard is yet to be written. Ow. Alright, I was trying to get to the door. Well, to get... What? Let me stay in a room before you toss me out. Please. Nope. I guess not then. Alright, well, seeing as we can't continue further that way, we might as well go this way. See what that does. If it's the bank's house, the bank can do the dishes. What? Oh, Outback. These wormholes have made a real dog's dinner of the dog's dinner. Hello, sir. Snarf! Are you a big pig or a little pig? Snarf! Oh, a fence! Have I exhausted all perhaps? Right? Well, we weren't completely done going this way, so there are still options for me to take. Is that curiously colossal cabbages, grotesquely giant garlic, and an enormous egg. So that the okay. Right, so that was that one over there. Right, what about? Ooh. Ammon, do not abandon house. Stop. Stay on the property ladder. Stop. This is direct order from your papa. Stop. AKA the main Molros. Cool. I still can't do anything with that. Unless I find another way in. Well, I mean, I don't seem to be able to do anything at the moment. So, I don't know. That's just spits me out there. Okay. Well, that house is Swiss cheese with wormholes. I don't think you're 100% correct on your observation. To my eye, these holes couldn't have been made by a worm. What do you think happened? Aye. Well, we can't really do anything. Who's to say the value of a bug? What is the value of a bug? I don't know, like 50? Right, well, okay. So that's... can't really do anything there right now. Right, well, the only places we haven't been yet is the fort compound and burbling ooze. Let's go to the burbling ooze then. Just sort of get around the area. Oh, no random encounters. Alright, no random encounters it is then. Is there anything to... oh. Nice. Why would I fight it when I can fish? At some point, fishing might lead to a fight. But we'll take that, Rod Stewart, when we get to it. Looks like we've caught everything here. If you taunted it, you could probably get it to attack you. This looks like an enemy out of Adventure Quest. Immune to bleeding, weak against hot damage. Oh, you don't say! You don't say. I find that very interesting. Very interesting indeed. What about you? You're also weak against hot damage. Well, well, well. If it isn't very convenient for me. Alright, let's give this a bap over the noggin. Should we set them all more on fire? Yes. And death. I don't even have to do anything. Particularly not when I just sort of put them out like that. Oh, that was a long dying animation. You won. You reduced the viscosity of the burbling ooze by a small amount. Ah, okay, so that might be just before the sake of getting fights. Okay. A small lake of oil defiles the landscape, and so does the guy taking a bath in it. As you draw closer, you see it's not a guy at all, but a man-shaped oil creature stewing in his own juices. He's nude, but for an oversized Stetson. Well, you assume nude. Who knows what he's wearing downstairs? Maybe more Stetsons. Nice hat, he says, raising a slick fist. Give it. No, I'm not gonna let him have my hat in any kind of way. Ow. Okay, so he's not particularly tough. Good to know. Oil man is smoldering. I could just kill you and set everything else on fire. Yeah. Yeah, why not? And then give him a good whap over the noggin. Because, you know, if there's one thing that an oil man can understand, it's fish that's on fire to the face. More fire? No, let's be able to survive. Oh, she isn't. Well, not much I can do about that. He's hitting pretty hard. Oh well. He's also getting hit pretty hard. Power. Throw ball. Throw ball. And flap slap. Hey, there we go. So do I get his hat? Well-oiled trousers, oil man Stetson. And you grow stronger, oily wallet. But, yeah, there we go. 607 meat. Woohoo! Nice. How does one get it? Them lightning be going crazy. Rows and rows of soybeans. Is that a... That's a maltose beanstalk, yeah, I was about to say. You should find somebody who knows more about beans than you and ask them how to deal with this. A festering pile of decomposing soybeans. This car smells unbelievably bad. Make some potions? No. Those beans looks... The bathroom door is locked. You hear frantic shushing sounds inside. Hello, is someone there? Oh, hey, a person. Yep, that's me. Please, you gotta let us out of here. We've been trapped for ages with nothing to eat but beans. Okay, where's the key? Actually, we welded the lock shut so the bean monsters couldn't get us. You need a Jenkins head screwdriver to take the hinges off. What kind of screwdriver? Jenkins is sort of an egg shape. One of our mechanics invented it. He just got the patent this year. Wow, nice. Yeah, some guy in Oregon named Philip was super mad. Anyway, there should be one in the bunkhouse. Ugh. Well, some kind of bean monstrosities. They don't look too bad. But they probably hit like trucks. Bean trucks, obviously. Well, they don't have a lot of hit points, so there is that. Lightning legume. Your entire side with lightning. No. None of that here. Absolutely not. Force bean. Loose fist bean. Rotting soybean. Ooh! I can add that to my weapon. Smear. So now that it's a... You are currently wielding a hefty, flaming, sharp, and slapping trout. Do you want to smear the gooey bean on it? Yes. You smear the nasty soybean goo. So now it's a... beamed up, hefty, flaming, sharpened, slapping trout. Say that 10 times fast. This plaque is for the factory's 1909 Employee of the Year. That's me. Oh, it isn't. You are 6 years old. Fine then. More bean monsters. Alright. Allow me to bean you. Oh, that's a lot of physical armor then. Physical armor 99. Yeah, that's Alright, well, seeing as that is the case, let's first on fire you. On fire you. Weak against sleaze damage and hot damage. Oh my brother, you are not going to like what I've got in my hands. Because it's both. 48 sleaze damage. Ha 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 ha! Kaplowy! You know, more fire. Yeah, you're not gonna do much to me. Death! Yeah. I might be a bit over-leveled for this, but Phase Bean. Oh, cool. Search it. Ford factory key. You flip through the folders. It looks like they're employee records, but each one has been sealed in its own envelope. They must take employee privacy real seriously around here. Nothing weird or interesting catches your eye. Does it not? It seems to be the final group. Perfect! Five! Oh no, sir, you do not get to do that, and there's 2 of them. Alright, so you'll be taken out by a ball. One less to deal with. You'll get taken out by my melee attack, so I can set the mages, or whatever these guys are, humanoid beings, on fire. Increasing allies maximum hit points. Oh, that's not too bad. I mean, it won't stop the fire, and the fire keeps growing, so, yeah. You are done diddly done for. More fire? Yes, more fire. Death. 3 poison, 1 fire. Yes, that will do. Could I have done more? Yeah, of course, but they don't deal enough damage for me to really care about them. Besides, death, he will basically just one-shot them. If Yeek survives, that thing, Yeek can't heal itself. Herself. I think it's actually a she, but... Well. Yeah. This will do. Pop! Human bean liver. Ugh. Disposable ratchet, crescent wand, 11 in 1 oil. Ooh. Some kind of complicated gizmo that might be an engine? Sure. Souped up engine. Alright. Yeah. Oh, there could be hobo language scribbled on the floor. Hey, I'm back. Can you remind me what I need to find? Alright, yeah. Why? Okay. Right. Well, that's... Do I have any quests to turn in? Drop the books. Return the fertilizer and return the engine. Right. We still need to work on how to collect that, but yeah, we can definitely go to the feed store and hand those in. Random encounter? And then you hear a deep moo sound that reverberates through your guts, all the way down to the colon end. Slowly you turn around. That field was empty before. Now it contains an entire herd of black wounds in space, each one of them the shape of a cow. In the middle of them, a shadow cowbell hangs silently on a post. Back to fighting cows, eh? And they would be a problem. They are a problem. See, they can only take 5 physical damage. Which would be a problem. Shadowbell is going to ring. Yeah, let's not have that. So you would die after fire and taking a hit. Okay. So these guys do magical damage. That's quite a lot. What do you do? 1 cold damage. Heal itself with the same amount. 7 spook damage. Okay, so that's not really... I mean, these guys don't really have a lot of hit points, so... They just have a very high attack, and like, you have the shtick with that they have physical armor. Well, a physical restriction of armor. It's not even physical armor. You are going to die, because I will deal at least 24. And then you will have less than 5 left, which you at least take from the fire. So, yeah. Punk! Okay, well, I'll just have to do it myself then. Oh, that's unfortunate. 5 spooky damage. Well, let's start by making Shadow Sirloin, eh? Will you die? Yes. Will you die? Yes. Will you die? Oh, yes. So it's just this guy down here that's... Here we go. Hey! Pow! I'd say you turned those cows into jerky, but they were jerks already. Ha! Ha ha! Hey. Who needed the engine? Was that any of the people out here? I don't think so. Farina? Oh, yep, yep. Yep, got it right here. Taps out a complicated pattern with the knuckles. You hear someone inside unlocking it. Ooh. Yep, fertilizer. Gotta get back to my garden. Right, well, we shall see what's inside the keep out sign in the next episode, but until then, take care.